Welcome to this series on how to write a paragraph, part 2 of the essay writing process. It's really easy, but you do have to practice. We're going to use the image of a table to help us understand how a paragraph is constructed. A paragraph is simply a series of related sentences that make a single point about one topic. By making a point, you're telling the reader something that you want them to know. So step 1, the topic sentence. You state the main idea of the paragraph in one sentence. This is called the topic sentence or thesis. Imagine that the topic sentence is like the top of the table. The topic sentence usually comes at the beginning of the paragraph. The topic sentence states what the author is going to say about the subject. Here's an example in a paragraph. First, the topic sentence. My hometown is famous for several amazing natural features. So we know that the author is going to write about something in their hometown. Amazing natural features, topic sentence. Time for practice. Take a look at the assignments posted on edmodo.com. Read more about topic sentences and complete the exercises you find there. Be sure to post your replies on the edmodo.com site for this course. Next part, supporting sentences. The second part of a paragraph is the body of the paragraph containing the supporting sentences. The sentences in the body of the paragraph provide details to explain or expand on the topic. The supporting sentences are like the legs of the table. They hold the topic sentence up. Here's an example in that same paragraph of supporting sentences. First, it is noted for the Truckee River, which is wide and beautiful. Also, on the other side of the town is Rattlesnake Hill, which is unusual because of its steepness. It is also the place where many wild horses band together. The third amazing feature is Virginia Lake, which is a lovely place to jog, ride your bicycle, or walk your dog. So you can see that these three supporting sentences expand on or explain the topic, which is the amazing natural features. In a paragraph, every sentence should support the main idea. This is called unity. If a sentence doesn't support the main idea, it doesn't belong and it should be moved to a new paragraph, or you should discard it. This is the part where brainstorming and organizing are most important. You have to make sure that the ideas that you're using relate to your topic sentence and that they are appropriate. If not, throw them away. All right, time for some practice again. Here you can take a look at the assignment about supporting sentences and details. Finish the exercises. Next, we have the concluding sentence. This is step number 4. It's the third part of a paragraph. It restates the topic in different words and emphasizes the point made in the paragraph. Kind of like a table that has uneven legs and rocks back and forth. A paragraph without a conclusion can seem unbalanced. So here's that paragraph with our example again. The concluding sentence. These three landmarks are truly amazing and make my hometown a famous place. If you notice, the word hometown is used in the opening sentence, your topic sentence, as well as the concluding sentence. Also, the word amazing is repeated, and then famous. So you have the statement in the concluding sentence kind of repeating or reiterating what the opening topic sentence was about. You can think of the concluding sentence as the topic sentence in reverse. Another way to visualize the concluding sentence is to think of a perfect table with balanced legs. Without a conclusion, the reader might think you've forgotten to say something important, and like a table with uneven legs, your paragraph will seem rather shaky. Time for practice. Find the assignments on edmodo.com for concluding sentences, complete the exercises, and post them in the appropriate place. Here's another way to picture a paragraph. Like a hamburger, yummy. Your topic sentence is like the top bun. Your supporting sentences are like the meat, the lettuce, and the onion, all the things in the middle of the hamburger. And your concluding sentence is the bottom part of the bun. That's it. Coherence. This is another element that's very important in writing paragraphs. Your reader should be able to tell how and why the supporting details are organized. Your ideas should flow nicely from one to the next. So organizing the organizational structure, and then transition using words that help your sentences move from one to the other, equals what we call coherence. It makes sense. Time for practice. Again, go to the edmodo.com site, read more about coherence and organizing sentences, and complete the exercises, and then post your replies. Here's another way to look at organizing a paragraph. You can do it in chronological order, when events happened in relation to each other. It's what we call time order. What happened first, second, third, and last, like that. Another way is comparison. How do certain ideas or subjects, how are they similar? How are they different? So you're comparing the ideas or the objects, the subjects. And if you notice, there's a misspelled word on this page. So if you tell me what it is, you're going to earn some extra credit. Third, order of importance. From least to most important, or from most important to least. You can take a look at the ideas you're writing about and decide which way you want to set them up. The most important first or the most important last. It doesn't matter, just important that you put them in logical order. And cause and effect. Chronological order. Use transition words to help your sentences move. So you've got chronological order words, comparison, order of importance, cause and effect. You can look at these words later on your own and make note of them and make use of them as you're writing your sentences. These words will help your sentences flow smoothly. So again, time for practice. Go to your edmodo.com site and you're going to do some more reading about transitional words and then the exercises. All right, another thing to remember as we're going through this session on paragraphs. There are generally three types that we talk about. The narrative paragraph tells a story. The persuasive paragraph tries to convince the audience about something. You have an opinion or an idea or a value that you hold important, and you try and persuade others to think the same way that you do. And then the expository paragraph. It gives information to people, or it explains something. It can explain how something is done. It can explain why this particular piece of information or data is important to know. So these are three common types. Again, time for practice. So stop, take a look at the assignments in Edmodo about types of paragraphs, and then do the exercises. One last thing to remember as you finish this essay. There's a little secret I'll share with you right now. How is a paragraph like an essay, or a magazine article, or a short story, or a novel, or a textbook? Ta-da! Each of the written forms mentioned above are created from paragraphs. If you can write one paragraph, you can write many paragraphs. And essay are just several paragraphs linked together. So take a look at this little guy very diligently building his brick wall over here. You can think of an essay, or a magazine article, or a short story, or a novel, or a textbook as a series of essays connected together, like he's using the bricks to build his brick wall. Each brick represents a paragraph. So when you link your paragraphs together, you can have that larger, more complete type of information. So remember, paragraphs linked together make essays. If you know how to write a good paragraph, you will automatically be able to write a good essay. So become an expert at writing paragraphs, and essay will be easy. Now it's time to check your understanding of the paragraph. Log on to edmodo.com and complete the final exercises section of the course assignments. And that's it. You're complete. Study hard, practice, write a lot, and you'll be successful.